All right. And welcome to the Business Shower Podcast, a podcast for business owners to shine. Today we have Derek Van Otten. Derek, tell our listeners who you are and what your business does.
I'm Derek Van Otten. I'm based here in Salt Lake, Utah. And my business that we're going to talk about today is I own what they call a notary signing service. So I basically help people in the mortgage industry find notaries all over the country.
Yes. So this is a really big business right now. I see videos on TikTok about this all the time.
Okay.
So please tell us how you got started in this business.
Oh, yeah, sure. So I actually, like I said, this is the business we're talking about, but I have a few businesses and one of them is a finance service. So I just decided, hey, you know what? I just want to become a notary to help any of my clients in case they need help with any type of notarial act. And as I did that, I kind of was researching and found that a lot of people can do a little thing on the side where they just go out and notarize mortgage documents. And I just said, okay, that would be that's actually a good fit for what I do. And so I actually kind of learned about it and kind of got some information about it and put myself out there. Mm-hmm. And right away, I was just getting hit up to go out and start notarizing mortgage documents. And it just really took off for me. It was just a really good fit for what I do.
Okay, awesome. So you told me that you have several businesses, right? What are your other businesses that you have?
So we talked about this. We know we have a notary signing service. We have a finance service. Mm-hmm. We also do coaching for people. So if they're looking for coaching in life or money or business, whatever like that, we have that. And then we have a microscope service company where my wife and I, we go out and serve, mostly my wife, actually. She goes out and services microscopes for hospitals and universities.
Wow.
And then we have a media company where we also do podcasting and YouTube videos and things like that.
All right. So true serial entrepreneur. I love it.
Yeah.
You and your wife are doing big things.
We're definitely trying. Yes.
All right. I love it. I love it. So tell me, how your story shaped you into who you are today. And I want to know about your story. I mean, was there something that happened in your life that said and made you say, you know what, I need to start a business or several businesses, and this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah, I probably would go back to my childhood. I remember back in elementary school. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember, I don't know how old you are, and you don't have to tell me, that's all right. But I remember in elementary school, mostly girls would make these friendship bracelets. I don't know if you remember, this was the thing, And there were these,
I know exactly what those are.
And they were these multicolored. I don't even remember how much I think they were charging these girls in my elementary. I think I was maybe in second or third grade. I think they were charging maybe $3 for a bracelet. You just kind of give them a couple colors and they'd make
$5.
Yeah, probably $5. And I would actually go buy those and resell them for like $7 or $8.
Okay.
And I just kind of remember, starting that as like maybe my first entrepreneurial journey was maybe doing that. Mm-hmm. But growing up, my dad was big on dreaming. He would just kind of say, in the rich life, where would we live and what businesses would we run? And so he always kind of talked about that. We would drive through these really, affluent neighborhoods and look at these really beautiful homes. And my dad would just really, at an early age, had me dreaming. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I wanted to say would make me different than my dad was I decided to take action where, for example, my father didn't do action. He was big on dreaming, and that's great. But I just knew, hey, if I really want that fancy house or that fancy car, I need to take some action besides just dreaming about it. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably the beginnings of maybe how I just started dreaming. And I got involved with a mentor of mine. He helped me kind of get involved with finance, actually. And so being around him, seeing him, he was making, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. Mm-hmm. And for me, that was really big money. And so I would spend a lot of time with him and pick his brain, and he would mentor me. And I would just be introduced to a lot of people that were just dreaming big. And that's what really started sparking the fire where, okay, I want to do big things. And being around these people, I would see how humble they were, that it wasn't for them. Sure, they were making great money and they loved making great money and having nice cars and having nice houses, but it was what they were doing with it as well, with their money.
Yeah.
I was seeing them donate. I was seeing them give, and realizing that without great, large amounts of money, you couldn't be able to give great amounts of money out there.
No.
And that's what really started sparking my interest in that, was not only can I attain wealth for myself, but what I could do with it, what I can give with it. And so that's really, I would say, has started my entrepreneurial journey.
That's awesome. So you wanted to give back. Now, do you have a favorite charity that you like to give to, or it's kind of, random?
Yeah, my charity. No, I'm just kidding. No, but me and my wife are talking about it. We are looking into doing a charity of ourselves.
Okay.
I am involved with a few people locally that are involved with charities, and they said, hey, maybe just get involved with something already established, kind of learn the ropes, because it is a lot of work, they've been telling me. But I'll tell you something that's near and dear to my heart that kind of I kind of gravitate towards. Anything to do with kids. I am a sucker for anything to do with kids and animals. Anything to do with animals. So I'm just a sucker for these type of things. Like I research charities, and we like to get involved with them. Anything to do with kids and animals mostly.
Yeah, me, I can't take the what is it, ASPC commercial.
I know, right? Tear up every time. Right.
I show my dog the commercial, and I'm like, this could be you, but I loved you, and you're here.
That's great.
Okay, so COVID happened. How did that affect your business?
I'm fortunate that it positively affected my business.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've been fortunate. Yeah. So with me being, a mobile notary service, a lot of people weren't able to go into the mortgage companies or the title companies, and they didn't want to go into public, and in fact, a lot of the companies were actually closed down. They were all working from home.
Yeah.
So it just kind of made me actually grow, and it made me busier. So they were just like needing a mobile notary more often, and so we really changed our business because of COVID. It really changed our business in a lot of ways. So where I was being the one doing most of the work, that's when I realized, okay, there's a huge market where I can actually find these notaries anywhere in the country, because I can't be everywhere because my schedule was so booked. I can only book one appointment at 2 p.m. And when I've got 3 coming my way, that's when I realized, okay, I need to leverage myself. So that's where I became not just a mobile notary, but a signing service, where I said, hey, Mrs. Escrow Officer, no, I can't be there. I already have a time booked, but I can send someone out there. And that's kind of how that kind of changed my whole business to where I'm really not trying to leave anything on the table anymore, where I can get all the business I can. And we had an office. We actually just opened up an office, my wife and I. We just opened up another office, and they shut it down a couple times. So I said, well, why am I paying for this office? So I actually cut my lease early with them, and I customized a mobile office. And actually, coincidentally, that's what I'm in right now. I'm actually in my mobile office van. Maybe you can see that or not, but
oh my God, that is so cool.
Yeah. So I bought a van, and I took it to a customized shop, and it's an office. I'm sitting down at a desk in the back of my van, and we're doing this podcast.
Oh my God, that is so cool. Okay, you're gonna have to show me pictures of this, like when it's light outside, because I know it's dark here now, but I definitely want to see this. This is awesome.
Definitely.
All right. Okay, so to the next question. So we all know that being an entrepreneur is a tough road. So in those moments where you feel like, you know what, this week wasn't a good week. This happened, that happened, this happened. They closed my office down. How do you continue to stay motivated in those times? Because every entrepreneur goes through this, and they always want to know, how can they keep pushing forward and, keep going?
Yeah, that'll be easy, because I just helped someone ask the same question to me that I was mentoring. And I said, for me, no one's putting food on the table besides me. No one's paying that roof over my family's head. No one's going to do it for me. I've got no choice. I am a purebred entrepreneur. I don't make an hourly income. I don't make a salary income. I have no choice to provide for my family, and I need to get my butt moving.
Yeah.
And so whether it's strategizing with my wife or my mentors and picking their brains and having them help me strategize to, okay, how do I overcome this? How do I move forward? Just kind of waiting on the sideline is just not an option for me. Yeah. It's just, I got to move forward. I got to keep pushing forward. Like I said, no one's going to do it for me but me. And, I look at my family every day. I got a wife and 2 kids, and nothing else motivates me more than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I heard in your answer is you continue to remember your whys. So why you got started, and why you have to keep going, because you're looking around you and you're like, I have a wife and 2 kids. I can't give up now. Because your kids are looking at you, they're looking up to you. Yeah. They're going to be like you one day. They want to take over your businesses one day. So those are things to consider before you give up on your business.
You nailed it right there, 100%.
Yay! Okay. So my next question to you. So this is like a double, I call it the double whammy question I ask every guest. So what's the most important thing you learned in life? What was your life like before you learned it? And what was your life like after you learned it?
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So the thing that kind of changed my life, oh gosh, maybe there's a few things. But one would be to give more than you take.
Okay.
So give more than you take. And a lot of people get confused with that. And maybe I should even rephrase this: give more than you ask, versus take. So, just to give information, give help, give anything before you actually go out and ask for that. And I think, I think how that changed me as maybe in the beginnings of my entrepreneurial career, I probably was very salesy, if that makes sense. Like there's always a pitch with me. There's always a sales pitch, and because that's just what I thought I was supposed to do. And then as I sit with my mentors and as I read books and listen to podcasts, I learned that, giving, just give without expectations. If I just give without expectations, you're just more at peace. And it's so true. If I just give and I don't expect anything back, I'm just so more at peace. And instead of, give more than I ask, I don't even take anything. It's like, hey, if you're available or if you're willing, could you do this? And that's to ask. And then again, I ask with no expectations. So I give and I ask with zero expectations. That has really helped me out. Yeah. Just in my life, balance of my life.
Okay. And you know what? It's so funny that you say that, because I'm sure you've heard today is like the big manifestation day in the world. And they always say, when you give, the universe always gives you back what you gave, plus whatever. So, you're out there, and God too, I don't want to skip that because I do believe in
Absolutely.
God. So, when you bless somebody, your blessings come back to you. So, if you're thinking about it, you're out there and you're giving yourself. And this is why you are successful at what you do, because God sees that and he's going to continue to bless you. So that's just awesome.
Yeah, and I've got one more, if you don't mind me sharing as well.
Go ahead. Yes.
That really changed me. It was back when I actually had a job.
Okay.
And I was not happy at this job. And luckily, I was by a window, so I could at least look out the window just to kind of relax my eyes from the computer screen. Yeah. I was listening to a podcast. And I was listening to a podcast, and it was with Gary Vaynerchuk. And it coincidentally, the time I looked away was looking over out the window. It was looking over a park, actually. And at the time I did that, in his podcast, he was actually talking with somebody, and he said, I just believe that some people are not meant to work for other people. And man, that hit me like a brick. Yes. And I was like, that is so true. I am not happy. I should be really pushing these businesses. And that really started the groundworks for me to just start really putting things into action versus plan. It really started bringing things for me to put into action to where I could finally just bounce out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. So now this is your full time. You don't work a full time job anymore.
Absolutely right. Yeah. I don't get a W-2. I don't get a salary or hourly pay. It's
So you can
pure.
go as you please, come as you please.
Yes.
And awesome. I love it. I
I
love
can go when I
it.
please, and there's no caps on my income limits anymore.
Yes, exactly. That's major right there.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So, are there any particular resources that helped you that, maybe state specific to you that helped you get started in your business? Because, I like to inspire other entrepreneurs in the same state as you, maybe in the same city as you, to just go out there and use the free resources that are free to them, so that they can expand their business, start their business, ask any questions. I don't know if you offer services that are free to other entrepreneurs out there to help them get started.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in self-improvement and free resources as well. Big ones are YouTube. There's so much information on YouTube
Yes.
and podcasting. Podcasting, I think, is the media of the future.
Yes.
And there's just so much information there. There really is no excuse for anybody to say, I don't know what to do. There's so many mentors out there willing to mentor somebody. There's so many free resources out there. Yes, people call me from all over the country every day and ask me for advice and tips. And I just sit there for 30 minutes to an hour and just unleash on them information, and also send them links. Like, there's stuff on YouTube. Here's some stuff you can listen to or watch that's also available to you. And I mean, if that's an excuse for you that you just don't know how, man, I'll tell you, there's someone's done it.
Yes.
Someone in your area that might even look like you, be in the same type of background as you. Exactly. They've probably done it too. Absolutely. And it's out there. And that's also another reason not to have excuses too, because if most likely someone is out there that has done it, that's just like you're in your circumstance and they've done it.
Yes, exactly. And I say the same thing all the time. YouTube University, you need to get your degree in YouTube University, because it's some information out there. There's always some information out there.
And actually, I steal this from Zig Ziglar. He called it Automobile University. If you're listening to music while you're driving, that's a time killer. It is. Again, audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube. I mean, you don't need to watch it while you're driving. You can just listen to it.
Yes.
While you're driving, and if you drive like me, I spend a lot of time in the vehicle. You get a lot of information.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's so dusty in here. But yes, no, I definitely agree with not listening to music. I haven't listened to music in such a long time. When I'm in the car, either I'm on the phone with somebody talking about something that is pertaining to business, or I'm listening to a podcast, and it's just awesome. I can't listen to YouTube because I'm so inclined to watch what's going on. Right. So I'm like, I gotta pay attention. But definitely, I listen to podcasts all the time. So,
oh, great,
awesome. Okay, so the last question that I ask all of our guests that come on to my show is something unique about you that no one knows about you or your business that you would like to share with the public.
Okay, so a few people know this about me, but not a lot. But when I have some spare time, when I have some downtime, what I am interested in is the paranormal, and I will do paranormal investigating.
Really?
Yes.
It doesn't scare you?
Sometimes it does, but I'm more curious than anything. I'm just so curious of what happens after all this, know, and I've seen and had some weird experiences, and so I'm just trying to get to find the answer, and I probably will never find the answer until it's my time to go. But it's just something that fascinates me, and I just find it fun. It's just a fun little hobby that I have.
It scares the crap out of me. Let me tell you, I went to a medium just to get a reading.
Okay.
And she was talking to me, and she was just describing how my grandfather looked. And I'm like, how do you know what he looks like? I didn't share any information with her. She just was able to pick up on it. She's like, yeah, your grandfather's light skinned. He's tall. He has a nice beard. I'm like, oh my God. it was very scary. And she was just like, he's standing right behind you. I was like, I can't.
You jumped up.
I can't. I gotta go. I can't. It freaked
That's
me out.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, like it freaks me out. Like I couldn't even watch Paranormal Activity, and my husband is like obsessed with stuff like that, and I'm like, I can't. I'm scared. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna come out and go boo. But all right, so we are at the end of our show. Let our listeners know how they can connect with you online. Okay. Make sure you share all your handles, and I'm also going to add it in the show notes for everyone.
Okay, great. Well, again, I appreciate your time and having me on. It's been my pleasure to come on the podcast with you. This has been fun, and getting to know you and talk with you has been great. But yeah, again, my name is Derek Van Otten, and everything is D Van Otten, DVANOTTEN. That's my website, dvanotten.com. All my handles are at D Van Otten, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. I might start dabbling in TikTok. I think I need to do that. So I think I'll start dabbling into that as well. I have the handle, just haven't posted anything. But but yeah, you can find me on all platforms and my website at D Van Otten.
All right. Awesome. So everybody, thank you so much for coming on my show. I just want to say that. This was really awesome experience. And, guys, you know where to find him online. I'm going to put all the information in the show notes. And until next time, peace.